know, there's nothing like a county fair to get you thirsty. And here's the beer worth getting thirsty for. Budweiser. It has a taste, it has a drinkability, it has a smoothness that only Beechwood aging can deliver. So, get thirsty. Budweiser's the best reason in the world to drink beer.
I'm an American badass. Watch me kick. You can roll with rock or you can suck my dick. I'm a porno flick. I'm like Amazing Grace. I'm gonna fuck some hoes after I rock this place. Super fly.
What's up, everybody? Did you one better this time? Instead of getting a let me look at myself. Oh, no preview supported. Instead of getting a webcam, I just went ahead and got me a GoPro. And I know most of my most of my YouTube subscribers follow me on Instagram, and that's where they know me from. So you already know what I've been doing. I've been trying to revolutionize this new form of shit posting that I call GoPro shit posting, which don't make no sense, but for some reason it flows through me like a shit posting river. Anyway, today we're going to be doing a beer review. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a little bit of grilling. So for the beer review today, I have what is unchallengeably cannot be challenged as the king of beers. Says it on the fucking can or bottle, your preference. We are going to be reviewing Budweiser, not Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light. Bud Light is dog piss, okay? Bud Light is a fucking insult to Budweiser, okay? Bud Light is for just... Bud Light is for people that have no idea about drinking beer. It's like they want a beer, so they say, okay, I'm going to give me a Bud Light. Past that, there is no fucking reason to drink Bud Light. If you like Bud Light, you're wrong. That's all I'm going to say about Bud Light. Now, we can get back to Budweiser. My history with Budweiser. I don't remember the first time I had a Budweiser. It's always something that I knew about. I want to say one of the first experience I can remember wasn't with a Budweiser, but a similar relative. I was 18 years old, and I had some buddies. I used to go over to their house, and I wouldn't say we would party, but we would just drink, you know, have a good time, nothing crazy. And once in a while, when we'd run out of beer, my buddy's stepdad, he would let us drink some of his, and all this guy drank was Budweiser Black Crown, which I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm gonna assume maybe it's I don't know. I don't know if it's more alcohol because there's Bud Ice for that, or if it's a different taste. But I want to say I remember drinking them and be like, damn, this shit's kind of heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's really the most history I remember having with it. Other than that, maybe it's just something that I drank once in a while when it was around. Never really thought a whole lot of it, but didn't necessarily think little of it either. Now, let's get on to... I'm trying to be a little bit more organized about these so I don't come off as retarded. Let's see, cans versus bottles. For Budweiser, it really don't matter, in my opinion, but I want to say you might get a little bit better experience out of a bottle, and you're going to want this stuff pretty cold. Maybe not ice cold. When beer is there's some beers that work ice cold, but in my opinion, and it's kind of like a hipster science too, beer is only really meant to be so cold, and then it just loses all of its taste. Like once it gets cold, you're like, you can't taste shit out of it. So if you don't like beer, drink one ice cold, and you'll probably be all right. But if you like the taste of beer, at least for Busch Light, the perfect temperature for Busch Light is in the refrigerator overnight. You want a full night in the refrigerator, somewhere around 38 degrees or so, just above, which Busch Light ain't gonna freeze. All right, so I had a unexpected interruption there. Anyway, we're talking about temperatures. For Budweiser, I'm gonna say you want to keep it pretty cold. Just not. You could probably even do ice cold, but don't do ice cold. Just get it cold, okay? And like I said, for me, can versus bottle don't matter, but in most cases, I'm gonna say go for the bottle. Now, for the presentation, let's see what it looks like. Where'd I put the motherfucker? Okay. Now, I am by all means a Busch Light man, but I will never claim to you that Busch Light is the king of beers. I never said that. I said it's the one I like the most. You look at this. Okay? Says it right there on the fucking front. King of beers. King of beers. That's it. Maybe that's not the one you like the most, but it's still the fucking king. This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no other brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. This is so hard to read on, like, when you're trying to go around the fucking can, and it's curved, it's fucking me up. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you will find in no other beer at any price. Budweiser, king of beers. Brewed by our own original process from the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt. Brewed and canned in the USA. Alright. So you got your intro there. This is a good looking can. This is a powerful can. This is the red Power Ranger. This is the big boss, okay? Now Busch Light, that's like the light blue Power Ranger or something. You know what I'm saying? And when they talk about drinkability, we won't get on that. But I want to get into the taste first. Want to keep it cold? Drop it in the koozie, okay? These are the best koozies you can get, by the way. Foam outer, plastic inner. Keep a beer cold as long as you want. You can set it down, take a sip, go take a fucking shit. If you don't like to take your beers in the bathroom, come back, it'll still be plenty cold. Got a little crown on the top popper. I like it. I don't know what terms they use to describe how a beer tastes, but this is the beer where if you asked me, you came up to me and you said, Busch Hawg, what's beer taste like? I'm gonna say it tastes like Budweiser. You drink a Budweiser, that's how a beer should taste, right there. It's doesn't really have any bite. It is very thick almost. But it goes down easy. It don't have a bite, but it does have a little bit of an aftertaste, but not bad. Not like Busch Ice or some shit like that, which I know people, or at least one guy was brave enough to say I was babying that Busch Ice can in the last video. That was a valid criticism. I was babying it because I'm telling you that shit, if you let it sneak up on you, it will fuck you up. And I want to say I had to go to work the next day, so you don't know where that's going to go. Once you start chugging on those things, you might end up in the next state somewhere in jail. So yeah, you got to baby them a little bit until you figure out exactly how your night's going to go. Anyway, thought I felt the burp coming on. I keep spilling it a little bit. I don't know why. My mouth's not very big. But, I mean, drinking wise, I feel like you could drink this all night. I know buddies that this is all they drink. That is just a hearty beer. If you were ever going to have your first beer and you are I don't even want to undermine Busch Light like this because I still think Busch Light is a superior after work beer, but let's just say you're a working man, you've never had a beer before, and you're a man, you're grown, and you come over to my house, you say, I want to try beer, What should I get? I'm gonna give you a Budweiser. This is what a fucking beer should taste like right here. Fuck all the IPAs. Fuck all the stouts. Fuck all the root beer bullshit. Fuck the pale ale. Lager. Right here. This is it. Okay? Now, next subject. Getting drunk. Getting drunk on Budweiser. Not difficult. I don't know what the alcohol percentage is in one. I believe it is 5%. Yep, 5%. Not too bad, okay? So you can, at a decent rate, they're not going to sneak up on you. You know, you can get drunk off these fairly easy. 6-pack will do most people. For me, because of the way Budweiser affects me, I want to say probably about 10, and I'm gonna feel it. But the Achilles heel of Budweiser, okay, is this is a heavy beer. You drink 4 or 5 of these, you're gonna feel like you just ate a loaf of bread. That's the hard truth, okay? And so you need to figure out either you want the biggest fucking gut in the world so that you can handle a 12-pack of Budweisers, or you need to drink them fast, or you need to pick another beer, because these things just fill you up. I'm eating dinner right now, which will segue us into our drinkability. Can you drink Budweisers every night? Yes, you absolutely can. They're a good tasting beer. The only side effect, like I said, is you can't drink too many of them, and they will make you fat as fuck because they are a heavy beer. There is no slack given as far as carbs and calories goes with these things. How many calories is this little motherfucker right here? 145 calories per beer. A light beer is going to be about 100. So you think every few of these, you could have had one more light beer at the same amount of calories. Now, one thing I do want to note, actually, I'm thinking about shotgunning. Budweiser, I don't know if the taste is so smooth. This is one of the easiest beers you will ever shotgun. My buddy Alex puts down 24 ounces of these in about 3 fucking seconds. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a beast, but I think a good part of it, just because this stuff is so drinkable, you can drink it down and like just literally no big deal. It's like a cool glass of lemonade on a summer day. Nothing really competes. So with that in mind, the amount of drinkability on these things is high, other than making you full. About 20 minutes from now, I'm going to have to take a shit or something. So with our rating, out of 5, I think I'll give Budweiser a 5 out of 5. I mean, there really ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a perfect beer. It's the king of beers, okay? And like I said, the only downside to it is it's going to make you feel full. Other than that, if you go to the store and you pick up some Budweisers, be it in a can or a bottle, you're making the right decision. So, until next time, fucking signing off. See you later. We're going to do a little bit of grilling tomorrow.